Hey guys, Chrissy Speaks here, and I wanted to make this video because very rarely do you see unsolved mysteries and unsolved murders actually get solved, especially with hip-hop artists. So for those who don't know, two people were indicted earlier this week for the 2002 unsolved murder of RUNDMC DJ Jam Master Jay. Now, for those who don't know, DJ Jam Master Jay was actually killed and murdered. He was shot execution style in his recording studio right in Jamaica, Queens. I think it's on Merritt Boulevard. But yeah, he was killed in his recording studio. Now, according to reports, there were 5 people in the studio. So 5 people in the studio. One of the men who is being held right now in indictment for allegedly killing Jam Master Jay is 36-year-old Karl Jordan Jr, who was also in the studio. Is this not like paid in full? Now, 2 law enforcement officials have confirmed that Karl Jordan Jr, age 36, from Queens, was one of the people who was in the studio that night and was one of the one who actually killed Jam Master Jay. The crazy thing is, in the Netflix documentary Who Killed Jam Master Jay, Karl's in it.
My pops used to run Def Jam back in the days or whatever, you know, so I was always around it. The RUNDMC.
Big D played a pretty important role in RUNDMC's career in the earlier stage.
So I really think it's important to remember that Karl has been indicted. Indicted does not necessarily mean that you are guilty. Indicted just means that you were accused of a serious crime. Convicted, Washington and Jordan each faced a mandatory minimum sentence of 20 years in prison and a maximum of life in prison. Jason Mizell, aka DJ Jam Master Jay from RUNDMC, legendary hip hop group, died October 30th, 2002. He was only 37. This man got killed in 2002. We now have someone who has been indicted 18 years later. 18 years later. But the film never came to the conclusion on who actually committed the crime.
I liked my child so much that you could shoot him. That was hard and still hard for me to accept. I would love to be living to find out. And just look at them. I wouldn't want to say nothing to them because maybe some things I'm not supposed to know.
This is something that I think is going to lead in a direction where authorities, cops, officials will start to take more of these things seriously. It's an important case, but it's really slow in terms of actually following up on actually solving the crime when it comes, in my opinion, to hip-hop artists, Black men. Now, granted, you do need people to actually talk. You do need people who are actually going to cooperate with you. But let's be real, if they want to solve something, they'll get the answers. You gotta watch your circle, okay? Keep in mind, this man has been indicted. He has not actually been found guilty. But at the end of the day, you still have to keep your eyes in it. You gotta pay so much attention to who you keep up around you. And when you do go back to the hood, I don't know. Do you have security? Do you now employ those same people that you grew up with to protect you, who might actually try to kill you out of jealousy, out of greed? Who knows? My question is, if the authorities do follow up on this, and let's just say the 2 men who are indicted are found guilty, are we now going to reopen up past unsolved cases? We still to this day don't know who killed any of the other rappers, Tupac, Biggie, no one knows. My question is, with the opening of this case and with the 2 men who have been indicted, are we now going to follow up with our other past rappers who have died and there's been no conversation in suspects or follow-up or jail time for anyone? Should the cops and authorities also open up other investigations? I mean, they have before in the past, but it's always like in progress. There's never an actual conclusion. Let me know your thoughts. I wanted to make this, of course, you know, this is really important. I mean, the man died at 37 years old. RUNDMC, Jam Master Jay, Adidas. Who don't love RUNDMC? But I really wanted to make this because it makes me feel like, although it's a sad story, 18 years, you guys now have a person. Let's do the same for the other people who are no longer here, for your other unsolved mysteries and your other unsolved crimes. Let's look into those investigations and find out. Let's keep that same energy. I'm Chrissy Speaks. Let me know your thoughts, guys. This is going to be a new thing that I'm starting, Chrissy's Corner. Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, keep it locked for more content.